Stories because Bukayo Saka says his enforced back with his hamstring injury was really good for him mentally. Saka was introduced at halftime against Everton at the weekend as he built up his fitness from the injury that kept him out for 101 days. Saka, 23, scored on his return in Arsenal's win against Fulham last week before his 45th minute of football at the weekend. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta said Saka will be in a much better place to start against Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash tonight. All right, massive one. We'll see how it goes because I tell you, tonight promises to be a night. A friend will say that football is going to speak French and Japanese language when Madrid meets with Arsenal tonight. Meanwhile, Southampton have reached an agreement with manager Ivan Juric to leave following relegation from the Premier League on Sunday. Juric was appointed as Russell Martin's successor on 18-month deal in December, but has won just 2 of his 16 matches. Sunday's 3-1 defeat at the hands of Tottenham consigned the rock-bottom sent to earlier relegation in the English Premier League history with 8 games still to play. The loss against Spurs was Southampton 25th of the season in the league. Simon Rokes is expected to step in as interim manager with Adam Lallana acting as his assistant. Meanwhile, the Southampton and Leeds were the last club to have parted company with 2 permanent managers during the same campaign, both doing so in 2022/2023. All right, let's talk about Pep Guardiola because Manchester City manager Pep Joseph Salah Guardiola has stated that he wants Matheus Nunes to develop into a right back as he believes the player is not clever enough to play the midfield role he has held throughout his career. A 26-year-old joined City from Wolves in August 2023 for £53 million. Since then, Nunes has made 62 appearances for the club, most of them in the midfield. However, with Guardiola still searching for a replacement for Kyle Walker at the right back, Nunes has been deployed in that position following Nunes' performance in the 0-0 draw against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Guardiola expressed his view that the player does not possess the necessary quality to play in the midfield. Also look at Pep Guardiola, coming plain to the media to say that one of his players is not qualified, it's not quality enough to play in the midfield. This is a traditional midfielder that has been playing midfield for all the rest of his career. Now 26, but Guardiola is saying, man, you need to go to side 2 because playing at the midfield, you don't possess the necessary skills. Is this not demoralizing and discouraging for a coach to say this of you?
Pep Guardiola has been at the top level for a while. He understands the requisite that comes from a player that wants to play a particular position. The midfield, midfield is all about quick thinking. You can't be in the midfield and you are not a quick thinker. You can't be in the midfield and you cannot articulate at every given minute.
True.
That means you are not ready to dish out the pass, make the necessary tackle, and intercept possible goal bound play. That is why you see the likes of Andre Iniesta, Andre Pirlo, Patrick Vieira, Paul Scholes, and the rest of them. They made headway in the midfield. The likes of Cesc Fabregas, because they were quick in thinking. The moment they get the pass, they know where they are sending the pass to. The moment they get the ball, they know where they are sending the ball to. So I think Matheus Nunes, not that he's a bad player, playing, you see, I tell people that the pressure, excuse me, the pressure at the lower clubs are not that much compared to the pressure of a club competing for various trophies. And Manchester City for now is a club competing in all round of trophies, and they need it. And with the position they find themselves now, it's very precarious, and they are finding it very difficult to even get into the top 4 again. So Pep Guardiola has looked critically and understood that Matheus Nunes need to go back to 2, and possibly he has seen it in training, he has seen it in various playing position. He understood that the 2 is more favorable to him. He performed better there than the midfield. I'll tell you a story. You know, those days when we are aspiring to play football, you know, we play good football on the street, off the street. I was playing 7, I had the speed. But one of my coach came and told me that, you see, this speed will be more productive as an attacker than the 7 you are. You are bringing in the ball. Possibly nobody will be there to do the heading. Nobody will be there to do the clinical finish you want. I think the speed can spring up counter-attack, and it will help us a lot. I tried it the first day. It was difficult adapting, in the sense that you need to run around the 5 and 6. You need to make sure you are in a position where they give you the ball to score goal. You need to make sure that you don't hide behind the defenders. You need to make sure that you watch the line spread by the defenders to see when you are offside and when you are onside. And this development took a while. But after adapting to it, I found myself becoming a better striker than a better 7. So I think Pep Guardiola understood Matheus Nunes more than we here analyzing or watching the game. They have been together, they eat together, they train together, they have discussion together. So I think Pep Guardiola is in better position to judge. It might not really be good to the ears of some persons, but it might also be the way to go for Matheus Nunes.